of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. EA Sports college football coverage continues with this Week 10 clash. It's the Jacksonville State Gamecocks and the Tennessee Volunteers. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gamecocks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. the play fake on first down. Buying some time. Slings it downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him. They're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done. And they've been so good, and it's not...
Continues to fight for yards. Runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown, Volunteers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Running inside. It's Savage. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Got a man. It's Savage. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go right back downfield. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys win their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wideout trying to get it in. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and go and get them tackled to the ground.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. After the incompletion, will they try it again here on 3rd and goal? Here's the pressure. They have pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Staley. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside at wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. You obviously lose.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The run inside. It's Savage. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. A first down for the offense.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes
a grab and room to run. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the ball's in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. On the ground, it's Bishop. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they compete.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Takes the easy one to the back. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going for it all. Goes high to pull it in. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his man. It's Savage. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the...
Caught, and he's got room. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Dotson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The Vols right after the huge play through the air back to the line. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Just a little too much. Too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He makes the catch. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 18 team, the West Virginia Mountaineers.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Jacksonville State's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Running inside, it's Savage. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. He just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on.
Going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And the Vols moving quickly to the line. Shotgun snap on third down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Matthews. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Off play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to...
Bringing it back. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And they can't make the play on third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. The tag. Touchdown ball. The defense putting points on the board.
Defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On the run from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Quarterback extends the play. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab. It's Gentry. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Wants to fire on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover him again, and you don't get it.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and trying to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. The snap sets up the throw. Looking to the big tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Caught in the backfield, it's Staley. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The run inside. It's Bishop. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. That's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
The Vols are marching down the field. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Gentry. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Fires it incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations with this defense. They don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He might want another play. Wants to keep it in the air. Dumps it to the back. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And it's just been that.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Back to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the option. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Looking for space. It's Gordon. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they've used their last timeout, and now the offense can start burning the clock. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Williams open on the right side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.